Advaita Gadadha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandanam Braja Janaranjanam Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Om Vishwapada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Astatara Shata Shishimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhai Charana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Bibli Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishwapada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Astatara Shata Shishimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय ब्रज में वृंदावन धाम की जय नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महारानी की जय समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya We are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 9, text number 4 and 5. This is about the most confidential knowledge about the absolute truth, personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. And he is explaining about how he is pervading in the entire universe. Not only one universe, multitude of universes are there. So, repeat after me, please. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina masthani sarva bhutani na chaham teshvavasthitah. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagada vyakta murtina masthani sarva bhutani na chaham teshvavasthitah. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani na chaham teshvavasthitah. Maya, by me, tatam, pervaded, idam, this, sarvam, all, jagat, cosmic manifestation, avyaktamurtina, by the unmanifested form, masthani, in me, sarva bhutani, all living entities, na, not, cha, also, aham, I, teshu, in them, avasthitaha, situated. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. What a tricky way to say something. Unless and until we put our mind together, and think very, very seriously, deeper, then we'll realize something which is tangible, that Krishna doesn't lie. All right? The Supreme Personality of Godhead is not perceivable through gross material senses. It is said, Atah Shri Krishna Namadina Bhavid Grahyam Indriyayi Sevanam Mukhehi Jivado Swayam Spuratyam Evadya. This is said in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami, first canto, second chapter, 234th verse. Lord Shri Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, etc. cannot be understood by material senses. Only one who has engaged in pure devotional service under proper guidance is he revealed. In the Brahma Samhita, 5th chapter, 38th verse, it is stated, Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santah sadaiva radeshu vilokanti. One can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, always within himself and outside himself if one has developed the transcendental loving attitude towards him. Thus, for the people in general, he is not available or he is not visible. Here it is said that although he is all-pervading, everywhere present, he is not conceivable by material senses. This is indicated here by the word avyakta murtina. But actually, although we cannot see him, everything is resting in him. As we have discussed in 7th chapter, the entire material cosmic manifestation is only a combination of his two different energies, the superior spiritual energy and inferior material energy. Just as the sunshine is spread all over the universe, the energy of the Lord is spread all over the creation, and everything is resting in that energy. Yet one should not conclude that because he is spread all over, he has lost his personal existence. To refute such an argument, the Lord says, I am everywhere and everything is in me, but I am still aloof. For example, the king heads a department which is but the manifestation of the king's energy. The different government departments are nothing but the energies of the king. And each department is resting on the king's power. But still one cannot expect the king to be present in every department personally. That is a crude example. Similarly, all the manifestations that we see and everything that exists, both in this material world and this spiritual world, are resting on his energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The creation takes place by the diffusion of his different energies. And as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Vishtabhyam idam Krishnam, he is everywhere present by his personal representation, the diffusion of his different energies. And continuing to this, Nachamasthani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram bhuta brunnacha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavana. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities and although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation. So Prabhupada says in the purport that the Lord says that everything is resting on him. Masthani sarva bhutani. This should not be misunderstood. The Lord does not directly concerned with the maintenance and sustenance of the material manifestation. Sometimes we see a picture of the Atlas holding the globe on his shoulder. He seems to be very tired holding this great earthly planet. Such an image should not be entertained in connection with Krishna upholding this created universe. He says that although everything is resting on him, he is aloof. The planetary systems are floating in the space, and the space is the energy of the Supreme Lord, but he is different from the space. He is differently situated. Therefore, the Lord says, although they are situated on my inconceivable energy as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am aloof from them. This is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. In the Nirukti Vedic dictionary, it is said, Yujyate neha durghateshu karyeshu. The Supreme Lord is performing inconceivably wonderful pastimes, is displaying his energies. His person is full of different potential energies, and his determination is itself actual fact. In this way, the personality of Godhead is to be understood. We may think of doing something, but there are so many impediments, and sometimes it is not possible to do as we like. But when Krishna wants to do something, simply by his willing, uh, everything is performed so perfectly that one cannot imagine how it is being done. The Lord explains this fact. Although he is the maintainer of this and sustainer of the entire material manifestation, he does not touch this material manifestation. Simply by his supreme will, everything is created, everything is sustained, and everything is maintained, and everything is annihilated also. There is no difference between his mind and himself, as there is difference between ourselves and our present material mind. Because he is absolute spirit, simultaneously the Lord is present in everything, yet the common man cannot understand how he is also present personally. He is different from his material manifestation, yet everything is resting on him. This is explained here as Yogam Aishwaram, the mystic power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshul Militan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Shri Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, Krishna is revealing his confidential knowledge. The first requisite for understanding the confidential knowledge that was said in the first verse itself, this is the fourth one. Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave. One should not be envious because he cannot understand. Therefore, he become avarice because he cannot understand. Does it make him a scapegoat? No. Human intelligence is, as we said, na sato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate asat. Ubhayoropi drashta anta tattva darshabhi. If you are seeker of truth, then you should know that for the eternal thing, there is no cessation. That's why it's called eternal. And at the same time, if it is material, it will not endure. It is a temporary manifestation. So if we are caught up between the two, the eternal and temporary, then what would you prefer? Eternal or temporary? Eternal. Why? Because there is the solution there. For temporary life, there is no solution. It's nothing but struggle against the existence. Because it is there for time being, we do not discard it. We try to maintain on a very minimal platform. So we will be able to get available time into thinking of this, how to reach to that eternal platform. And one must listen without any enmity towards him. Otherwise, that is, we explained, it is the root cause of our falling from the grace of the Lord. Ichchadvesha samuttena dvanda mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sargayanti parandapa. Without any exception, everybody fell from the grace of the Lord by a separate desire which has been created by an element of hate. So, when we say surrender to Krishna, do you think everybody is going to come and surrender to Krishna? No. Where is the conviction? So, we need to try to understand the intricate situations that the Lord is trying to explain, because Krishna is on a different platform and we are on a different platform. We have a bodily conception of life where the material world has been created through Krishna's inferior energy. And we acquire the body of earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. And the senses are there just to recognize our own self, our own reality. But we didn't care. We go for sense gratification, abuse our senses. We do not know why the senses have been given in the first place, to know who we are. Right? So, how a materialistic person can understand the completely entire material configuration of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? How? Even atah krishnasya namadina bhavet grahyam indriyai. Even we have no capability to explore nama adi, starting from his name and then all other attributes which are transcendental in nature. Our senses are blunt and cannot understand. Na bhavet grahyam indriyai. But there is only one way. If you engage your senses in the service of the master of the senses, Rishikena Rishikesham Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Not by your mental power that you can think on the inconceivable, which is extremely difficult to conceive. The transcendental nature of the Lord is inconceivable, achintya. All right? Achintya gunaswarupam govindamadi purusham tamam bhajami. Brahma says this, that he is very inconceivable. But yet he says, everything is created by him, maintained by him, and dissolved also. Every one living entity is existing within him. Masthani sarva bhutani. Masthani, in me, sarva bhutani, all the living entities are existing. But I'm aloof. I'm not personally present in everyone or everything. My farthest expansion is present, but not me. So Krishna has diffused energies. These are spiritual energies, and containing spiritual qualities. While even though we are spiritual in nature, part and parcel of him, but we are encaged in the material body. We are engaged in the material body. A material body has been manifested. It sustains for some time and goes away. And you will be left out naked. But you will assume again another material body because our intelligence is not purified. Our realization has not come through. And this happens only in human form of life. Animals do not have this consciousness, which is developed consciousness, to think about themselves. They do not know who they are actually. But man has been endowed with inquisitiveness to explore about his reality. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Now in the human form of life, let me inquire about my reality. Otherwise, I'm living like an animal, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. But the one that sustains both material and spiritual world is the part and parcel of Lord Shri Krishna. That is ourselves. Our material world means we are engaged in this material body. How complex the material world we are living. Then we are expanding this material world into a house, family, children, society, up to nationality or international. But we are still engaged in the material intelligence. Right? So, if we have material intelligence, then it will become impediment to understand Lord Shri Krishna's transcendental nature, his existence, his personality, everything will be difficult to understand. So we have to rise above by gradually becoming or conducting our affairs as has been described in a gentleman's life. That he has to be of good virtues, understand by mistake or by learning in an institution, the good virtues will establish something, a sense of inquisitiveness about the higher status of existence. If we have mode of goodness all pervading within our life, then we get chance of becoming knowledgeable. Become knowledgeable. But acquisition of knowledge is not enough. There is another byproduct that is called detachment, because you will realize that you are not this body. You are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Body is not you. You are dwelling in the body. Do you think you are your nose? Where are you situated? In your head? No, you are all pervading within that body. But Krishna says, I'm pervading all over the entire, both material and spiritual creations. Spiritual creation is for eternity. And by mistake, the living entity falls from the grace and comes into a temporary material world. Then he says, I belong to temporary material world. Do you belong to a jail? confinement, where you cannot think that what will happen after liberation. First get on parole, Baba, and then think of pure liberation. The whole material world, the body, is a correctional facility to put us on the right platform of understanding that how Lord Shri Krishna is claiming all these things. And he claims the Mamai Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatan. The soul is my part and parcel, and it is eternal. But the body is not eternal. Yeah? The body is impelled by the modes of material nature, and those who are ahankari, means those who think that they are the doers, they are called vimudhatma. Means the soul is completely bewildered and not realizing its not realizing. So, vimudhatma means one has become damn foolish. Vimud. Mudha means foolish. But vimudhatma, visheshtaha mudha, is a damn foolish. They say, oh, Prabhu, I may be a fool, number one, but I'm not a damn fool. So, damn foolish means vimudhatma. Kartaram iti manyate. Prakritiya kriyamanani. Gunai karmani sarvasa. Ahankaram iti vimudhatma. Kartaram iti manyate. He thinks he's the doer. Baba, you are impelled to do. And material nature dictates you what to do according to the modes. And you think, oh, let's go and in a dance club and dance. But your mode of passion is dictating you to go there. That mode is material mode. Passion has been a perverted reflection of consciousness. Pure consciousness and material consciousness. Pure consciousness is divine. Material consciousness is bodily conception of life. So, everything is done, set up. When Creator is setting up, do you think is he going to not give you guidance how to utilize the material world? Anything that is the product, then product is given information in a leaflet that say these are the constitutions of the product, and but you think you are a part of? No, your body is the part of the product, but soul is eternal, and he is not a product of material nature. Therefore, the scientists cannot find out the origin of the life. Life is that lives, but without soul, how can one exist? Oh yeah, corona virus can exist, and it doesn't have life, but yet it creates havoc because it's made up of RNA and it multiplies. How do you know that? Even though there is no soul, but it's not a living entity. It's not living entity. It can replicate itself, and that also a very intricate arrangement of the RNA, what they call ribonucleic acids. But it doesn't have life. Corona doesn't have life. So even in organic chemistry, this organism or that are made up of organic material, they are not organism, and yet they have ability to replicate, double, because the sources are still around it, and it starts manufacturing like its own kind and take over our body as a substrate and divide, even though there is no life in it. While there are living entities which are powerful, subsist on other living, and the whole food chain is also coming through that food chain, what they call the smaller single cell, phytoplanktons or zooplanktons, unicellular organisms. They are the food for little more developed, and they are food for some small fishes. Small fishes are food for the big fishes. And in this way, food chain, one life subsists on the other life. That is the natural sequence. So, but where is the soul? Matter is overpowering on a tiny spirit soul, and he has to come out from that conception called bodily conception of life. Now, how to do this? So understanding the intricacy, the way it has been pushed in the creation, he has to also come out. That is obligation for human being is there. He must come out. And that requires not only knowledge, but detachment. The way by our ignorance we create a web of attachments, by the sword of the knowledge we are supposed to slash the attachment to come out from bhavatavi. Bhavatavi means you are entrapped into deep forest of material existence. You do not know how to come out. But if you have, in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, Urdhva Mulaha Madashakham Asvattha Praruharvyayam Chandansa Yasya Pranani Yastam Savedavid Adaschurdhvam Prastutashatya Sakha Gunapravaha Mulanyo Anusantatani Karmanu Bandhini Manushya Loke. And in this way, entanglement is there and you are trapped in it. But take up the sword of the knowledge. That means an intellectual approach. But which knowledge? The way you have been entrapped, the same way you cut the labyrinth by detachment and become free. Do you think we have only one duty to enter in the material world and not to get out from it? You'll be compulsory thrown out. But how will you want to willingly get out of this material world? Because it's called dukkhalaya ashashvatam. Material world is full of miseries. And if one misery is there, there is another waiting for you. It will not allow you to. So you think, oh, you are tackling the problems, but how long? You will become infirm, invalid, Even though you have desire to tackle the problems, but your body will not function. How long can you keep your body fit in gym? People work hard in the gym to keep their body fit, but when they come out, they die flat by heart attacks. Overworked. We lost few devotees also. Yes. They go to gym. I'm going to Baltimore. All right. We have one devotee, Sasrup Maharaj's disciple. Wife is my disciple. And they think we have to keep body fit. So both husband and wife would go to the gym. But that day, wife could not go and the husband went. He's hardly under 50. And as soon as he worked out in the gym and came out, all of a sudden heart attack. And he fled. And nobody came. This is in Baltimore. Nobody came to rescue. But somebody noticed, and because it was 10 o'clock in the night. So he called the ambulance, and ambulance also takes time to come. Meanwhile, he left the body. He was unable to be revived and cannot sustain. We lost young, who die untimely. But it's good that he was a devotee. Some meritorious credits are there. The soul has performed, and soul is not going to be wasting the acquisition of the knowledge. He knows how to go, but the body did not cooperate. So what can you do? You have to succumb. But your journey is on. So, Maya tatamidam jagat sarvam avyaktamurtina. I am all pervaded by my unmanifested form. In the material world, he has created, but he said, I am not in there. I am not to be found in this material world. But he has left something of spiritual nature that is available. Brahmajyoti is also there, but the holy name is also there. Brahmajyoti can take you some initial aspect of spirituality, okay, but it is impersonal. But Krishna's name is also left. It is transcendental, and by serving the holy name, the name will reveal its significance of transcendence and make us knowledgeable. Atah Krishnasya namadi na bhavat grahyam indriyai. We cannot understand the import of the name Krishna through our blunt senses, because we polluted the senses. Senses have consciousness which is given to the soul. It is spiritual in nature, but we abused it. We abused the senses which are meant to give us knowledge about our real self. So we must control the senses, isn't it? Rather than let it go and abuse. A time will come, you will have to do it. In Ashtanga Yoga, the Eightfold Yoga system, Yama and Niyama are the primary requirements. Yama means to control the senses, and you take the Niyama for controlling the mind. Because mind is the reservoir of all the sense perceptions, right? And if mind is not controlled, then who can control mind even? But if mind is not controlled, you can't win. It will be working like your worst enemy. If you control, then he will become tamed like a dog. And that will be quite congenial. Such mind can become like a friend. Uh, so, through our blunt senses, it's impossible to know the import of Krishna's name. Adi means starting from the name, all his form, attributes, and activities. It will be very difficult to understand because this is the realm of spirituality. And with our blunt senses, material senses, polluted senses, it cannot be understood. But sevanam mukhehi jihva, though, if we start with an intent of serving the holy name. How will you serve the holy name? Chanting, hearing and chanting. You hear first and then chant. Shravanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam. So, sevanam mukhehi jihva. Though jihva means the tongue, ado means start from initial, means the very beginning. You have to start serving the holy name. Jiva has two functions. Taste Krishna Prasadam also. That we'll be doing. Why? Because it's a function Jivado. So some spirituality will be exposed. You will get some enlightenment by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Krishna is mystical, that even though he has created this material world, he keeps himself aloof and does not enter into material realm even. Then how would you understand that he came and did his Leela in Vrindavan? But Vrindavan is not a place of material nature. When Krishna descends, he brings his spiritual nature and manifests the entire thing. So that is a spiritual realm. So we are spiritualists. Our process is not religious, but spiritual in nature. And we have to create that atmosphere within our own heart, which is like Vrindavan. And if you serve the holy name with love and devotion, suppose if you want to call out your father, you can call out angrily, but you can also call out lovingly, right? So, how will be the reaction? Reciprocation can be only done equally. If you are angry with God, do you know how much anger he could have been doing? he will burn you to pieces, you know. But because it's a soul's cry, then naturally he will have another answer. So when we chant Hare Krishna, are we chanting with that consciousness that we need him, to realize him and to return home back to Godhead? Because otherwise this is Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It's nothing but dukkhalayam. We think it is place of happiness. Now, it's an illusion because it's so temporary, and we will be, irresponsible to ourselves. We will not get any tangible results of that. Every man suffers from 4 defects. Yesterday also we talked about it. We have imperfect senses. Therefore, our knowledge is also imperfect. All right? Then we commit mistakes, we become illusioned, and when we cheat because of ahankar, nobody says, oh, I'm the truthful, I'm the most honest person. You're joking. Who can say? No, it's all a temporary show, and people can turn it. Therefore, getting the culture of the Vedic system, that India has been cultivated for ages, that was not known in the other world. But now it is being exposed, so people want to, dive deeper. Our scientific wing, introduced conscious studies in the universities, that you get postgraduate as well as doctoral degrees even in understanding the science of consciousness. This is Krishna's consciousness, not your own, but because your consciousness depends upon Krishna's consciousness. But when we are individual, we lost the vision of who gives us the original consciousness. We have been given an opportunity to become conscious in human form of life. Otherwise, animal consciousness means eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. A human consciousness is dharmo hi eko yatra vishesho dharmena hina pashubhi samana. Right? So in this way, we expand our spirituality to know Him, to understand Him, to understand how He acts. And that personality is transcendental personality. It doesn't have configuration of material nature because He created and He remains aloof. Do you think in a factory, the proprietor who is creating something or selling, is he lost within his creation or he keeps himself aloof? He's not becoming a product himself. Rather, he's called a producer. Right? So in the same way, Krishna is the creator, but he never becomes a created being. He doesn't fall into, but we are created beings. And that creation consists of 8.4 million species of life, from microbes all the way up to the complicated demigods and demons. They are more complicated than us. Some are in favor, they are called demigods. Those who are in disfavor to Krishna, they are called demons. Right? Vishnu Bhakta Bhavet Daiva Asurya Chad Viparyaya. Only devotee of Vishnu is like a character of demigod. And those who are opposite, they are called Asuri. There are only 2 kinds of living entity, Daivasura Sampada Vibhaga. Daiva and Asura. And this is the definition. And we are caught up in the mix. We cultivate the qualities of demigods, the divine qualities are there. So some are born even in divine characteristics, and some are born in asuric characteristics. So it has been inherited. It comes as an inheritance from previous life. It goes along with you. That consciousness goes along with you. Consciousness doesn't die. The soul doesn't die. It is eternal. Na jayate mriyate va kadachinnayam bhutva bhavita vanabhuya ajo nityam shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. So we have to understand our precarious situation that we are engaged in the material body, yet we are not this body. Body is acquired by us, just like clothes, vasansi, yeah, just like outer clothes, the body is also clothes. And just like when you use the garments and it becomes old, you give up and purchase new one. So we also change this bodily clothing. But how long can you go? Human life is not meant to change the new clothing. Get rid of the clothing and go naked. Haribol. But don't go naked. Having a decency, you know. But getting rid of the material conception is the evolution of the human being. And by knowing the intricate situation that Krishna is entirely, totally spiritual in nature. And he won't leave his place called Vrindavan, not for a second out of that periphery. So, the second verse is also in continuation. Nachamasthani bhutani pashyame yogeshwaryam. Hey Arjun, look my yoga aishwaryam. The mystic opulence. Yoga Ishwarya means mystic opulence. Bhuta brunna cha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. That although I am the maintainer of all living entities and although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation. So creation and creator are different. Creation and creator are different. There was a sarcastic remark by some Western philosophers that the Hindus worship the creation, not the creator. You heard that before? You cannot worship the created beings. It's wrong. Worship the creator. The creator is not a created being, he is ever existing. But all up to 10th classes of different living entities, Brahma created, to give opportunity to fulfill their desires, but at the same time, human body is given an image of God. Man is made in the image of God, a special design. But yet, because of the three modes of material nature, he will be prakriti sthani karshati, he will be always engaged in entanglements. of material nature. So human uh, being is an opportunity to come out from the temporary hallucination, not realistic life. It is temporary. Temporary cannot be realistic. Eternity is the realistic. So we have to cultivate uh, the intelligence that will always discriminate what is temporary and what is real, eternal. And that is the definition that now transcendental knowledge has to be based on. The ninth chapter is called transcendental knowledge. It requires purification to understand. Arjuna is getting this knowledge because he is not envious of Krishna. Otherwise, we measure within our own terms and we start challenging Krishna, not understanding. And it is too difficult to understand, then we make a joke of him. Make a joke. Because it's beyond our purified intelligence. Our intelligence is not purified in the first place. Right? I told you one time, in 1980, when I went back to India, I just in memory of my grandmother, I had to travel to Haridwar and Vrindavan for the first time. But I read a newspaper and there was an article by one local professor, Bakul Tripathi. And he wrote a little story which is to make a joke using Bhagavad Gita slokas. Hey, look, tea, chai. Krishna is so much benevolent that he can be understood as chai. Chai is our God. Then he quotes, Sarvasya chaham radhisannivisto matta smritir gnanapohanam cha vedesu sarveshu aham eva vedya. Chaham again. Look, he tells twice that I am situated as tea. And we tell, give up tea. Tea, coffee. These are habit-forming substances, and he is glorifying chai. Krishna says, I am situated in everyone's heart as chai. Chai. They can't give up chai. Sarvasya chaham rati sannivishta. Why should we give up chai? And if I don't take mattaha, through me chai, smritir, jnana or apohanam, everything will come. If I don't drink a cup of tea in the morning, then my mood will not be, and I will not remember what to do. So better drink it. Matta smritir jnana apohanam cha. And I am glorified in all the Vedic literature. Vedeshu sarveshu aham. I am only to be known means the chai should be only thing to be known. Because I am in the form of tea knows everything. This is called a joke. You know, how the crooked mind, instead of becoming a transcendental nature, because if he fails it, then he will go again. So criticism of the absolute is done only by ignorant people. Even though he is well educated, but that education is not factual to know the reality. They fail. So, Krishna is the cause of all causes. Nachatasya karanam karanam cha vidyate. That is the reason. For him, there is no cause, or he doesn't have anything to do. And therefore, nobody is greater or equal to him. Nachata samasam abhi adhikacha drashyate. That parasya shaktir vividhi sruyate. His energies are so variegated that swabhaviki jnana balakriyacha. They act according to knowing the nature of the Absolute. They act automatically. Krishna is the possessor of all the energies. We also have some part of that energy, but we have to command that energy. Krishna doesn't have to command the energy. The energy are fully cognizant of the nature of Lord Shri Krishna and they work automatically. So there is no difference between Krishna's personality and Krishna's energies. And therefore, in this age, Krishna's energies are totally packed and it is contained within the holy name. And we have to serve the holy name with love and devotion. That is the life. If we have question, then we can ask humbly to explore more. But we cannot challenge because there is always a counteract. So, any question? Yes, Prabhu. Hold on.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, please excuse me for my ignorance and foolish questions. I'm actually interpreting the two slokas of Bhagavad Gita, that is 9.4 which and 9.5 which we said, where Krishna says, everyone is within me, but I am not in them.
Yes.
And in 18.61, where Krishna says, Ishware
Sarvabhutana.
Sarvabhutan Hriday Sharduna Tishtati
Right.
Brahmayam
Which
Sarva.
Hriday?
Everybody's hearts, Prabhuji.
Yeah, but which heart? This pumping heart?
I don't know, Prabhuji. That's what I want to get to know.
Heart is the place, the innermost of your consciousness, where you actually are, but you do not know the location. It is not in the mind or brain. It is not in the pumping heart. You are all pervading as a soul throughout the body. But because you do not know yourself, how is it possible to know Krishna? Ishvara sarvabhutanam raddeshe arjuna tishtati, but Brahmayan sarvabhutani jantra rudhani maya. Why we cannot concentrate? Because we are riding on this yantra called the body, and through the agency of Maya, means a temporary material manifestation that is always cheating us. But that Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Raddeshe is understood the innermost of yourself where the consciousness begins. And that place where you and the Supreme Lord is, Paramatma, both are sitting. But because you are not knowing, He is absent for you, you will not find in any material world His location. You will not find in the material. He has created. But just like a creator is aloof from his creation, is not merged in his creation. He exists individually, just like we also exist individually. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadati kama. He is the chief of all eternals. We are eternals, but he is the chief of all eternals. And he is the only one who supplies everything of our fulfillment of desires. Huh? He alone supplies the configuration of the bodies, made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego, is acquired. But when you perform the favorable service to the holy name, chant, the transcendence will permeate you to expose yourself. And there are 5 slokas are very important. That is called the Bhagavad Dharma slokas given in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, I think starting from 13 to 18 slokas. Shrunvatam svakatham Krishna punya shravana kirtana hridayantascha bhadrani vidunoti suritsatam nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttam sloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki tada rajastamo bhava kamalobhadasche cheta eter anaviddam sthitam sattve prasidati evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogata bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate vidyate hridaya granthi chindyanti sarva samshaya kshiyante chasya karmani drashta eva atmanishware. Drashta means see, but not with this naked eye. Where our eyes, our vision becomes restricted, but yet the inner eyes, antachakshu, jnana chakshu, divya chakshu, this bifocal lenses, they are like cameras. They do not see the reality. They see perverted reflections only. And yet, by some chasm, it is becoming upside down image. Like how camera works, these eyes are nothing but cameras. They do not know. The knower is behind the eye. That is you and me. But you do not know what's our nature. It's spiritual in nature. So, Premanjana Churita. Premanjan with loving attitude, no envious attitude, loving attitude. Love is standing in reality only in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it is nothing but lust. Lust cannot be glorified, but the love can be glorified. It's a hallucination to think that to find true love in this material world. Prabhupada said, at the best, it comes very close to an infant which is just born, and mother is naturally having the instinct to nurture the baby. But when the baby grows on, the love starts fading. But that instant is unmotivated and uninterrupted. She will wake up in the night to nurture the baby, whatever it is. And such love is uncomparable. A man cannot exhibit that. So it is coming very close to unmotivated and uninterrupted love, but it stays for very some few times, and few moments, few months only. As soon as the baby starts living the mother's lap, then that also, because it's creating attention to others like that. So it comes very close to the love which is divine of the Lord. So you have to cultivate to come to that part to appreciate the love of the Lord. And devotional service is coming. Loving devotional service is called bhakti. By engaging our senses in the master of the senses is called bhakti. So, premanjana churita bhakti vilochana. We have to say our eyes should be tainted with love of devotion and Radayeshu vilokanti. These eyes are embedded in our innermost core of consciousness, where the consciousness begins. And Bhagavad Dharma may give you sakshatkar of your being and Ishvare, the controller of this material body, the Paramatma or the Super Soul, what we call. Super Soul is omnipresent. He is present within atom as well as between the atom. No space can be understood is vacant, that here there is no presentation of God, because the creation is everywhere. And Krishna expands himself. So we are individual souls, but somehow or another Paramatma accompanies us, and he doesn't give up the company of the soul, however wayward he may be. Doesn't give up the company. Is always present to supply and oversee, but at the same time, corrections are also there. So when the soul comes to the platform of corrected vision, that is, he always sees with the eyes anointed with love of Krishna. Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam. This is the Swarupa of Lord Shri Krishna, and he is part and parcel. You will see Krishna is very beautiful, the soul is also very beautiful. Sometimes we express those who are in mode of goodness, oh, he's a pure soul. Oh, how is he attracted, But bodily conception is not a qualification. One must be rid of the bodily conception and come to the spiritual conception of the soul and will understand everything, this design of the material world, material body, and you are not part of it too. You have to get rid of it and go back home, back to Godhead, where you have come from. That is called going back home, back to Godhead. So material nature is not there, it's absent. Sarvasya chaham radhi sannivishto. That radhay is premanjana churita bhakti vilochanayana santa sadaiva radhayeshu vilokanti. Not pumping heart. The word is radhay, but it shows the most innermost core of your consciousness, where the origin of consciousness is there. So Paramatma is accompanying the Atma Make him conscious. Otherwise, if Atma has to give up the consciousness, no, Atma cannot give up the consciousness. Atma can give up the body. So consciousness from the body will be withdrawn, but Atma is still accompanied by Paramatma. Therefore, there is possibility of another birth. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejante ante kalevaram tam tam tameveti kaunte sada tad bhava bhavita. At the time of death, whatever we remember in the consciousness, we certainly get that nature again. So there is reincarnation. But how long? And we are going to reincarnate in material bodies. Why don't we get out from once and all in the maturity of our life and understanding? Be open-minded, you know. So like that, we have to uh, gradually understand the intricate situation which in our animalistic life we have forgotten. But we are human beings, not animals. Dharmo hi eko yatra vishesho. What sustains us actually, we must come to that particular understanding. The soul and the super soul, they are the sustaining elements of the body. When the soul is kicked out because he was occupying a rented apartment, he cannot pay his rent, so he has to look for some other apartment. It's a forceful kicking out. Do you think this body belongs to us? No. But why do we call it? It's my body? Generally, even in the West, when a person dies, the body is given to the mother back. She is the rightful owner of the body. They will look for the mother. And your son died, please come and get his body. So that is bodily conception. But she also doesn't know fully the ingredients of the body. She did not create. She inherits. And Krishna made the nature in such a way that the body will be constructed. So bodily conception is a very dangerous conception. We are not these bodies. We will be baffled from time to time by the onslaught of nature. Got the idea? Where is the pumping heart? Is the innermost of your consciousness is called heart of the hearts.
So let's give a big round of applause to all the devotees in Guru Maharaj. So the next part of program is Prasadam. It's already 8:45, I think. Kishan and Mataji are waiting. So Prasadam pair. Mahaprasade Govinde Kalpa Punyamatam Rajam Viswasena.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
So prasadam will be served on this side. So please make a queue. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining this evening.